Understanding dualism in philosophy. Dualism is the philosophical view that the mind and body are distinct entities. René Descartes famously argued that the mind is a non-physical substance, separate from the material brain. This perspective contrasts with monism, which holds that consciousness arises solely from physical processes. The challenge today is how to reconcile dualism with modern neuroscience, which increasingly links mental states to brain activity. The challenge posed by neuroscience. Modern neuroscience suggests that mental processes, such as thoughts and emotions, are directly tied to brain activity. Studies using fMRI scans show that specific brain regions correlate with particular mental experiences. This evidence challenges Cartesian dualism, implying that consciousness emerges from neural processes rather than existing independently from the brain. Property dualism as a possible reconciliation. Some philosophers propose property dualism as a middle ground. This view suggests that while the mind and brain are not separate substances, mental properties, such as subjective experiences, are distinct from purely physical processes. This allows for a non-reductive explanation of consciousness while still aligning with neuroscience's findings on brain activity. Interactionist dualism and brain function. Interactionist dualism, supported by thinkers like Karl Popper, suggests that the mind can influence the brain while remaining a separate entity. However, neuroscience complicates this view by demonstrating how brain injuries, chemical imbalances, and neural stimulation directly alter mental states. If the mind were entirely separate, such physical changes should not affect consciousness as profoundly as they do. The role of emergentism in bridging the gap. Emergentism offers another approach by suggesting that consciousness emerges from complex neural interactions but is not reducible to them. This perspective maintains that mental states arise from physical processes but retain unique properties, preserving aspects of dualist thought without rejecting neuroscience. It supports the idea that while the brain creates consciousness, it does not fully explain it. Neuroscientific evidence against substance dualism. Research on split brain patients, brain lesions, and neural disorders indicates that altering brain structures affects consciousness and personality. This evidence weakens the case for substance dualism, which holds that the mind exists independently. If consciousness were separate from the brain, such physical damage should not fundamentally alter identity and cognition. Panpsychism as an alternative perspective. Some philosophers and scientists explore panpsychism as a potential bridge between dualism and neuroscience. This theory suggests that consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe, present in all matter at varying levels. While controversial, panpsychism attempts to explain how subjective experience emerges from physical processes without entirely dismissing dualist intuitions. The hard problem of consciousness. Neuroscience explains many aspects of brain function, but the hard problem of consciousness, how subjective experience arises from neural activity, remains unresolved. While dualism provides one possible answer, most neuroscientists favor a physicalist explanation, though no definitive model fully accounts for consciousness. This ongoing debate leaves room for philosophical perspectives beyond strict materialism. Implications for artificial intelligence and consciousness. If consciousness is purely a product of neural computations, advanced AI systems could theoretically develop awareness. However, if some form of dualism holds true, AI might never achieve genuine consciousness, no matter how complex it becomes. Reconciling dualism with neuroscience has significant implications for understanding both human cognition and the future of artificial intelligence. Finding a balanced perspective. While neuroscience challenges traditional dualism, certain aspects of the debate remain open. Concepts like property dualism, emergentism, and panpsychism offer potential reconciliations. Ultimately, understanding consciousness may require integrating insights from both philosophy and neuroscience, acknowledging the deep complexities of the mind-brain relationship.